Hey guys, happy September! Welcome to the very first episode of the Gems and Junk series. So a lot of beauty bloggers have done monthly videos on products that they really love, products that they have always kept on using, and some products that they maybe didn't love or maybe even hated. And I've wanted to do this series for a while, but I didn't want to use the exact same name as everybody else, right? Like the Holy Grails and Fails, the Hot or Not, wanted to be a little bit creative. So hopefully this series catches on, but I don't accumulate makeup all that quickly, so I'm going to try really hard to keep up with this from month to month. But you know, if I skip a month here or there, it's because I really didn't buy anything, or I didn't really fall in love or hate anything. So anyway, let's jump right into what I liked and didn't. Okay, so my first gem of September received a ton of hype when it was released, and it is the Urban Decay Heat Palette, and I am just so in love with this palette. I'm wearing it right now on my eyes, and it is just the perfect palette for fall, and I feel like sunset, warm tone colors were really popular this summer, so it made sense for it to launch then, and then it's carrying over to fall really well. And the colors in here though, I always drop the brush whenever I show this palette, but it's got a really nice range of colors, and surprisingly some of these colors down here are actually dark enough for me for the outer corners of my eyes. As always, they come with a brush in the palette, and they usually don't suck, and this one, you know, it was okay. I used it a couple of times. It's not my favorite brush, but I really don't mind that it's in there. To me, these colors are super pigmented, super easy to blend. This is the only Urban Decay palette that I own from the Naked series, and I'm just so in love with it. The second gem, the second thing that I love this month is, of course, my L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation. This is such a good foundation for oily skin. I have oily combination skin, so my T-zone gets really oily throughout the day, and my cheeks have been about normal to dry almost, so I span the whole spectrum. The L'Oreal foundation, I mean, it really just stays on all day. It doesn't really move. It doesn't really make me shiny. When I got married in June, this was the foundation that I wore. I literally wore a drugstore brand foundation on my wedding day, and my pictures look flawless. My makeup didn't move all day. I didn't have to reapply. Everything else sat on top of it really well. This is just so tried and true. For this price too, it's absolutely amazing. I do wish that it had a couple more colors in the range, because I'm kind of in between a 104 and a 105. 105 is a little bit too yellow, and 104 is a little bit too pale, so wish they had just a little wider range for color, but the formula is just to die for, especially if oily skin. Please try it. So gem number 3 for September is a set of empty palettes. So these Makeup Forever metal tin palettes that are empty. I actually have this large one and this medium one. There might be a size in between these, and I know there's definitely a size smaller than this one, but when I buy eyeshadows and highlighters and whatever in singles, I was always struggling with where to put them. But these palettes, let me open one up. These palettes hold, you know, quite a bit, and here's just, they're really dirty right now because of all the glitter that's in there, but the the magnet actually spans the entire length and width of this palette. And for this being you know, a hard metal shell, it's really easy to travel with. I travel with these all the time and nothing has broken on me. I would say it does have a little bit of headspace in there, so if you're traveling, what I do is I usually fold up a paper towel and pat it right on top of my pressed powders and sort of pack it in tight. But these things are pretty indestructible. I put them even in my checked bag sometimes, and they always survive. Makeup Forever just makes such good palettes, and they're very affordable. They don't really cost, you know, a ton more than your regular, those Z palette type things. They also sell little inserts you can put in them where it's it's more structured and you can put shadows into their own slots, but you can fit so much more in there if you just skip that. So these are the best empty palettes. I mean, I have palettes that are sort of Z palette style, and they're good, but I just don't know if I would ever travel with them. And I travel quite a bit for work, so these are definitely what I always travel with. The last gem I want to talk about today are these liquid lipsticks. They are branded right now Lonely Planet Cosmetics because that's when I bought them. That was their name. They rebranded under Atomic Makeup now. And I have like actually a bunch of these, but I could only find 2 when I wanted to film this video. So the color I'm wearing right now actually is Keepsake, and this formula is just a dream. You can't really feel that anything is on your lips. It lasts quite a long time. I would not say it's like, you know, totally glued on my lips, but it does last for the majority of the day as long as you're not eating anything like super greasy like French fries. But if you're eating French fries, it's like worth reapplying lipstick for, you know what I mean? These colors are so good, they're so comfortable, and you just go ahead and apply like a thin layer. It's very opaque, like you don't have to swipe over and over again. The colors aren't streaky at all, even the lighter colors, and I wish I had more of these to show you guys, but I did do like a mini swatch video kind of back when they were still Lonely Planet Cosmetics, and I swatched a couple. I will link that down below, but this formula is just so soft, so good, and the fill weight on these is like 8 milliliters or something just super high. When you buy liquid lipsticks, the tubes are really deceiving because sometimes they don't fill it up all the way, and like you would never know from, you know, just looking at them, but you get a lot of liquid lip for your dollar. They're just so comfortable, they stay on all day, not streaky at all, and super opaque. So alas, I have one item in the junk category to share with you. My one junk item for the month of September are these Marc Jacobs like Style Icon palettes, and this one I got in 202 the Tease. I really like the packaging. The unique like oblong shape of them is really cool, and you actually get quite a few colors in here, and the colors are really pretty. Like even when I like swatch, let me swatch a couple of these for you. When I dip my fingers in here, they're like not too bad. Like they're actually okay pigment, but the problem is they're only okay in pigment when you use your fingers. Like I could not for the life of me find any brush that works well with these specific eyeshadows. They just, when you dip your brushes into these, they don't pick anything up, and when they do, you swipe them on and they're just like kind of bland. I just hate getting my fingers dirty. I hate transferring like the oil and the bacteria on my fingers into my makeup products, and I just never reach for this because I can't figure out how to apply it with a brush. But yeah, skip the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palettes. Really not worth your money. So that is it for the very first episode of Gems and Junk. I decided to do it this month because the seasons are changing and might as well try something new, but hopefully I have enough time to get another episode out for October because I'm traveling a ton in October for work. If you have enjoyed this episode, if you love or hate the name, love the products that I showed, if you somehow like that Marc Jacobs palette and you know how to get it to show up on your eyes with a brush, please let me know because I would like to put it to use. And oh, also if you're wondering, the tutorial for this look should be up a couple days after this video, hopefully. And yeah, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button here before you leave. Leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And other than that, I hope to see you next time. Bye!